Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel with me Muhammad Fadilah, and today I will explain about ratio, proportion, and percentage. So let's go to the video. Go 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 go. Go 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 go. The first vocabulary is ratio, or we also call ratio. Ratio in math is a term that is used to compare two or more numbers. It is used to indicate how big or small a quantity is when compared to another. In a ratio, two quantities are compared using division. Here the definite is called the antecedent and the divisor is called the consequent. For example, in a group of 30 people, 17 of them prefer to walk in the morning and 13 of them prefer to cycle. To represent this information as a ratio, we read is as 17 to 13. Next is proportion, or we also call proportion. Proportion is a mathematical comparison between two numbers. According to proportion, if two sets of given numbers are increasing or decreasing in the same ratio, then the ratios are said to be directly proportional to each other. Proportion are denoted by a symbol like this or like this, okay? For example, the time taken by a train to cover 50 km per hour is equal to the time taken by it to cover the distance of 250 km for 5 hours, such as 50 km per hour is equals to 250 km per 5 hours. Okay, next is algebraic approach, or we also call pendekatan aljabar. Collection of a several methods used to solve a pair of linear equations with two variables. The most commonly used algebraic method include the substitution, the elimination, and the grouping method. For example, you can see this picture, okay? Next is cross multiplying, or we also call perkalian silang. Cross multiplying to clear an equation of fraction when each side consists of a fraction with a single denominator by multiplying the numerator of each side by the denominator of the other side and equating the two products obtained. For example, you can see this picture, okay? Next was simplifying, or we also call menyederhanakan. Simplifying in mathematics, simply or simplification is reducing the expression or fraction or problem in a simpler form. It makes the problems easy with calculation and solving. For example, you can see like this. Okay. Next was actual size, or we also call ukuran sebenarnya, the true size of an object represented by a scale, model, or drawing. Actual width is lebar sebenarnya, the true width of an object represented by a scale, model, or drawing. Actual length is panjang sebenarnya, the true length of an object represented by a scale, model, or drawing. You can see this picture for example, okay? Next was direct variation, or we also call variasi langsung. Direct variation and inverse variation are two types of proportionalities. Proportionality refers to a relationship where two quantities are multiplicatively connected by a constant. In a direct variation, the ratio of the two quantities remains the same, whereas in an inverse variation, the product of the two quantities remains constant. For example, you can write like this. Write this, okay? Next class. 1/4, or we also call 1/4, the fraction that represented the real number of 0.25 or a quarter, okay? The vocabulary done. Next was the video. Okay. Solve the proportion is x divided by 36 is equals to 10 divided by n. So, the solution 1 is equivalent ratios both of numerator is equals to ratios both of denominator. X times 10 per 8 is equal to 10, so we got 10 is equal to 10. Next was 36 times 10 per 8 is equals to n. We got 360 per 8 is equal to n, so we got n is 45. Solution 2 is equivalent ratios both of numerator or denominator is the same. 8 times 36 per 8 is equal to 36. So we got 36 is equal to 36. And we got 10 times 9 per 2 is equal to n. We got 90 per 2 is equal to and n is 45. Next, the solution 3 is cross multiplying. We cross is we from this equation we got 8 times n is equals to 10 times 36. So we got n is 45. Same. Solution 4 is multiply both sides of the equation with n. This equation we multiply both sides by n, so we got 8 per 36 n is equals to 10. So we got n is 45. Nice. The video is done. Next is example of chapter 3 is example 8. Example 8 is on a blueprint for a new office building, the rectangular conference room measures 4.5 inches by 12 inches. The shorter wall of the actual room measures 15 feet. How much carpeting will be needed to cover the floor of the actual room? Solution: assumption that the size of the room on the blueprint are proportional to the actual size or the ratios of the corresponding sides are equal. Let W be the actual height. So we got length on blueprint divided by actual length is equals to width on blueprint divided by actual width. So we got 4.5 divided by 15 is equals to 12 divided by W. We cross multiplying this equation, so we got 4.5 W is equals to 180. So we got W is 40. Next, the area of the actual room is actual length times actual height. So we got 15 times 40 is equals to 600 feet square. So the carpeting will be needed to cover the floor of the actual room by 600 feet square. Next is example 10. Construction firms announce that the numbers of new houses that it can build in amount varies directly with the cost of labor due to overtime charges. If 12 houses can be built when pays an average of $14.50 per hour, how much should the company expect to pay its workers if it needs to build 20 houses? Solution: since the quantities vary directly, so the model proportion is number of houses divided by cost of labor is equals to 12 divided by 14.050. So we got, let's see, be the cost of labor to build 20 houses. So we got 20 per C is equals to 12 per 14.50. So we cross multiply this equation. So we got 12C is equals to 290. So we got C is 24.10. So the company must pay $24 for 17 cents per hour to their workers if it needs to build 20 houses. Next is example 13. The floor of a social hall that is 45 feet by 82 feet is carpeted except for a circular dense floor in the middle that has a diameter of 20 feet. To the nearest tenth of a percent, what percent of the floor is carpeted? Solution: we know that length of the entire room is 45 feet, width of entire room is 82 feet. Circle radius of the dance floor is 20 divided by 2 is equals to 10 feet. The area of entire room is equals to length times width. So we got 45 times 82 is equals to 3,690 feet square. The area of the circular dance floor is 3.14 times 10 square is equals to 314 feet square. The carpeted area is the area of the entire room minus the area of the circular dance floor is equals to 3,376 feet square. Okay. Next last, the percentage model is area of carpeted space divided area of entire room is equal to x divided by 100. Let x as the percent of the floor is carpeted. So we substitution the value. So we got x is 91.5%. So the percent of the floor is carpeted is 91.5%. Next was example 14, the last example of this video. A certain chemical solution used in manufacturing batteries contains water and acid. Initially, the solution is made with 50 kg of dry acid and 900 liters of water. The solution is mixed and left to sit so that the water evaporates until it becomes a 30% acid solution. How much water the nearest liter has to evaporate for this to be accomplished? The solution is, we know that total water is 900 liter, amount of acid is 50 kilogram, percent of acid is 30% or 30 per 100. The amount of remaining, let X be the amount of water that has evaporated. So the amount of remaining water is total water minus X. We got 900 minus X. The total weight is amount of remaining water plus weight of dry acid. So we got 900 minus X plus 50 is equals to 950 minus X. Next was the model for the problem is amount of acid divided by the total weight is equals to 30 per 100. We substitute, we substitute the value, so we got X is 783.3 or 783. So 783 liter of water has evaporated. Okay. Yeah, that is the last example. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. So, I'm Muhammad Fadila. Say goodbye and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Gitu banget.